Welcome back. From a supposed House coup to his alleged involvement in the flood control scandal, various issues are hounding House Speaker Martin Romualdez. But his camp insists there's no reason for the Speaker to resign. Let's get on point with the new spokesperson, former Surigao del Norte Representative Robert Ace Barbers. Congressman, good evening to you. Welcome to the show. Thank you for your time, sir.
Hi, good evening, Pinky, at magandang gabi po sa ating mga kababayan.
Sabi ko nga, you're back, pero you're back hindi po bilang congressman, pero kayo po ay bumabalik bilang spokesperson ni Speaker Martin Romualdez. Sir, why are you the spokesperson? When did the Speaker speak to you, and why the need for a spokesperson?
Okay, that's a good question. First of all, I volunteered to the Speaker to help in the information dissemination of the House of Representatives. It seems kasi, Pinky, that from last year's the surveys, the House of Representatives was getting quite a positive survey ratings in terms of acceptance and trust from our people. But because of the several issues hounding the House of Representatives, medyo bumaba ito at mukhang pababa pa ng pababa. So the Speaker thought of coming up with a strategy that maybe we should start informing our people, ang ating mga kababayan, sa lahat po ng inner workings ng ating mababang kapulungan, kung saan ipaiintindi natin sa ating mga kababayan kung ano ba itong mga proseso sa pagpasa ng batas, ano ba yung mga batas na tinatalakay na kung saan ay makakatulong sa ating bansa, at syempre higit sa lahat, paano ba pinapasa yung National Expenditure Program o yung budget sa mga darating na mga taon. So these are important information that we feel must be shared with our people.
Not to offend you, sir, but why you? Why not him?
Well, the Speaker has been speaking a lot about this issue. In fact, sabi nga niya, we need several people to speak about the House, and siguro isa lang ako doon sa mga posibleng talking heads that may help in the information dissemination. But the objective really, Pinky, is really not just to speak in behalf of the Speaker, but I think the designation they gave me is the Chief Communications Officer of the House of Representatives and the House Speaker, the Office of the House Speaker. So it's general. It speaks about a task that would more or less communicate what may have not been communicated by the leadership of the House of Representatives. So that's where I'll come in.
But has there been ever a position such as Chief Communications Officer in the past, sir?
This is the first time I believe, Pinky. Kasi parang kailangan nga na, alam mo, iba ang, we're trying to improve the image of this government, this institution, which I am a member of for the past 2 decades. So nakita ko na sayang naman na dapat siguro pagtulong-tulungan ng mga mambabatas na i-improve talaga ang kanyang imahe. Dahil lahat po kami nanggaling dyan, nagtatrabaho dyan para sa ating mga kababayan.
How are ways, sir, to improve the image of the House of Representatives? Would you agree that improving it would be directly answering questions regarding insertions and even flood control issues?
Yes, that's just one of the low-hanging fruit that the communications team will do. Ang ibig sabihin, kailangan, aside from informing the people of what their congressmen or representatives are doing in Congress, we can also discuss and inform the people ano yung mga tinatalakay na makakabuti para sa kabuuang bansa. Yung issue tungkol dyan sa budget, napaka-importante. The most important piece of legislation that Congress will pass is the national budget. At kapag ganyang may mga usapin tungkol sa insertions and other maneuverings, let's just, for lack of a better word, na ginagawa dyan, dapat maipaliwanag yan. Naiintindihan namin ang galit ng taong bayan dahil kami rin naman nagagalit Hindi naman po lahat ng kongresista ay walang pakiramdam. At naiintindihan namin na ang galit ng taong bayan, gaya rin ng galit na nararamdaman din natin at ninyong lahat No, tayo pong lahat dapat talagang alamin ang punot dulo or the get down to the bottom of the issue where a massive uh, legal practice, no, in the implementation of projects is being committed with impunity.
So, do you suggest that, for example, in talks about insertions, particularly Congressman Zaldico, should already speak to the public and explain these supposed insertions, sir?
I believe so. I believe so because so far sa lahat ng narinig natin, no, yung mga accusations that being leveled against Saldico and other congressmen and including the speaker are not substantiated statements. Meaning, hanggang kwento, ika nga sa atin marites pa hanggang sa ngayon. That's why we want them to provide evidence. We want them to ensure that what they know is substantiated by evidence. Now, I think naman members of Congress, including Congressman Saldico, if at the appropriate time, will definitely answer this because he will not let this pass without him being given the chance to answer. Eh kung paninirang puri lang yan, di ba? Of course, sabi nga natin, dapat may resibo, dapat meron tayong
Okay.
ebidensya.
You were a member, obviously, of the 19th Congress. In fact, I was able to interview you a number of times. Let's just do one example, sir. Kasi hindi ho ba si Congressman Toby Tiangco, meron siyang supposed to be USB na gusto nang ipakita, na hindi, ayaw ipakita during the first hearing. Let's just go to one issue. DPWH. Sa NEP po, the budget was about, of course, these are whole numbers. I would say about 900 billion. Tapos, pagdating po sa final budget, sa GAA, naging 1.2. More or less, sir, from the NEP, nadagdagan po itong budget ng DPWH ng about 280-something billion pesos. Isn't that, number one, would you say that to be accurate? And number two, should the House of Representatives, the leadership, whether it be Speaker Martin or Congressman Zaldico, explain this 288 billion increase in the DPWH budget? Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Pinky, the budget insertions is not just done by the lower house or yung Congress. No? And there are also insertions being done by the Senate, no, by the senators. Especially if they know that there are more important priorities that we must spend on. Ngayon, technically, there's nothing wrong with the insertion. Basta ma-justify yan, merong source of funds yan, at alam kung saan dadalhin niya na priority. So technically, that's okay. But when you make an insertion and appropriate funds or allocate funds to a district, to a province, to a city na flood control na hindi naman kailangan dahil mas may kailangan ng ibang probinsya o mas kailangan ng ibang distrito. Teka muna, may mali dyan. Ang tanong dapat natin, sino ba proponent nung insertion na yan? At bakit doon nilagay? Di ba? Halimbawa, magulat kayo kung ako naglagay ako ng insertion sa Surigao del Norte. Di ba? So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Di ba? Lalo na kung yung nilagay kong insertion ay sobra-sobra doon sa pangangailangan ng aking distrito. So again, all these things must be explained. And that is precisely the reason why the Speaker has allowed the creation of a joint committee called Infracom to really get down to the bottom of this. Kasi alam mo, mahirap yung nag-aakusa lang. No? Example, yung si Mr. Diskaya. Nung Monday, nandun siya sa Senate, ang kinakanta niya, ABC. Nung pumunta siya sa Congress ng Martes, isang araw lang ang pagitan, ang kinakanta naman niya ay XYZ. How do we now believe these statements? Kung hanggang kwento lang, hanggang salita lang, all hearsay, walang ebidensya. So I'm glad now that the president has issued a executive order creating the independent commission. No?
Yeah.
Maganda yun. So that the committees of Congress, lower house and the upper house, the Senate, can also help and assist in providing information to this independent commission so that we can get down to the bottom of the issue of the flood control.
Yeah.
Alam natin, galit ang taong bayan kasi nga kita natin kahit tayo nagalit eh. 'Di ba? Marami tayong kababayan na nalubog sa baha. Samantalang ganyong karami ang perang nakikita natin na nakapatong sa lamesa na ipinakita doon sa hearing ng House. Meron tayo talagang dapat karapatan magalit. Now, ang tanong, magagalit na lang ba tayo basta-basta dahil sinabi ng isang tao na ito si ganyan ang may kasalanan yan? Hindi dapat ganun. We cannot judge by someone in the absence of an overwhelming evidence.
Congressman Ace, there was a statement made by Congressman Kiko Barzaga basically saying that if anyone should be investigated, the first person that should be investigated is House Speaker Martin Romualdez. He went on to say that he may have personal knowledge, but he actually refused to elaborate. In fact, even Mayor Benji Magalong was saying, dapat ang unahin na rin si Congressman Zaldico at di naman daw gagalaw si Congressman Zaldico kung walang utos ang kanyang boss. Yun po yung crux of the issue. Kailangan ho ba sila magpakita dito sa Infracom meeting at magpaliwanag para po kahit papano kung, if it happens, magkaroon po ng linaw?
Yes, I believe so. Kung meron ng pinakitang ebidensya, bakit hindi? 'Di ba? I heard that Congressman Barzaga, 1 hour after he made that statement, issued another statement recanting. I don't know. I am not pretty sure about what statements he made because that he made that in his social media platform. So tingnan muna natin. I also heard that this morning he issued a statement saying si Senator Ping Lacson takot daw sa investigasyon, something to that effect. So, let's not take all these statements hook, line, and sinker. Ika nga, kung meron tayong pakita nyo ebidensya. I'm sure naman, kunyari akong inaakusan na puro salita at walang ebidensya, masasaktan din ako. Di ba? At kung merong at hindi ako pwedeng pumayag na ganun-ganun na lamang dahil sasagot ako. I'm sure if Congressman Zaldico is given the chance once he's back, I'm sure he will answer.
Do you know when he'll be back, sir?
I have no idea, Pinky, kasi I think, if you recall, when he was replaced as the chair of the Committee on APRO, he resigned, no? He resigned and he said that he had to go somewhere.
Medical reasons, ni ho ba?
Yes, to have his...
But everyone thinks, sir, or assumes, he was forced to resign.
Well, he did resign. That's what I know. No? And forcing someone to resign, I don't think that is possible. He volunteered and he resigned. That's what I know.
Last question, Congressman Ace. How solid is the leadership of the House Speaker? Because, there are whispers, there are talks that baka palitan din daw siya katulad ng nangyari sa Senado.
Well, as we speak, Pinky, the Speaker Martin Romualdez, still enjoys an overwhelming support from his colleagues in the 20th Congress. In fact, majority, overwhelming ito. Hindi lang ito simple majority. And as we all know, no, when you want to replace someone in the leadership of the House, you have to have the numbers. Now, kung wala ka namang numero, ikaw lang ay nananawagan, that's your opinion, and that is allowed, and that is your right to express your own opinion if you dislike someone. But calling for a change just because you don't like someone, teka muna, may something doon, di ba? Kung meron kang pinapakita kung ano-anong kwento o sinasabi kung ano-anong kwento, teka muna, hindi naman siguro tayo dapat basta-basta maniwala dyan.
You said overwhelming, sir. What number does he have?
Well, I would more or less would like to believe that maybe I think around 80%.
80%.
80% to about 90% as we speak.
Former Congressman Robert Ace Barber, sir, pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Pinky.
That's On Point. Join us again tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. here on BNC, the Billionario News Channel. I'm Pinky Webb. Thank you for watching.